Fine, big baby, I'll share.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Dog Pound. I am M-Dog, coming to you from the beautiful Bridgeville Rifle and Pistol Club in Bridgeville, Delaware. Now, today, I'm going to be doing a review on a gun that I've been wanting to get my hands on since it hit the market 2 years ago. I have finally been able to get one on loan. I'm sure that you guys saw the thumbnail and probably read the caption on the video. At least I'd hope so. So you know which gun I'm talking about. It's the Hellcat from Springfield Armory, chambered in 9mm. And the gun is safe. This gun is not mine. It belongs to Bubba, and he was kind enough to loan me the Hellcat to do this review. Now, I know the Hellcat's not new to the market any longer, and I'm late to the party as usual. But just because it's a little late doesn't mean that I don't want to still do a review on it. I'm not in a race or a competition with anyone. I do this for a very simple and a lot less dramatic reason. For the love and passion I have for firearms, shooting, and for those of you who want to be a part of this adventure. So thank you to Bubba for trusting me with your gun, and I promise it will be nice and clean when you get it back. In 2020, the Springfield Armory Hellcat was voted Ballistics' best compact handgun, Guns and Ammo's Handgun of the Year, the NRA's Handgun of the Year, and the Hellcat received the Member Tested and Recommended Gold Award from the NTOA. So 2020 was an award-winning year for the Springfield Armory and for Hellcat. At that time, the Hellcat was leading the competition and had given the civilian marketplace a micro EDC handgun with more capacity than any other micro on the market at that time. And my, how quickly things change, don't they? Let's take a quick look at the specs on the Springfield Armory Hellcat chambered in 9mm. I think I've covered all the basics for now. Let's go see how the Hellcat runs out on the range, and I'll see y'all back here in a bit for my final thoughts. Let's go. Springfield Hellcat. We're empty. if I can shoot the Hellcat with gloves on, because it's gotten temperatures drop pretty good out here, but if I'm able to shoot it with my 511s on my hands, then I got no complaints on it being too small. And a lot of the micros I do. So far I like this. I'm dealing with some bouncing targets, which is actually kind of cool. Gives you practice with some moving targets, because when the wind blows, the line that's holding the targets up is jumping probably 3 feet straight up and down. So kind of getting seasick a little bit, but I'm getting good at moving targets. Gotta take the wins when you can. Let's sling some more. Empty. Sure makes it interesting when the wind starts blowing. That thing starts going all kinds of crazy. It's like you're trying to shoot a kangaroo that's jumping 3 feet in the air. Let's try a little rapid fire session here. See how I can manage with this little frame with the gloves on. Slide release works really well. All right, let's go. I don't know why it didn't lock back on its own that time, but we're clear. So judging at the target, not too bad. First time shot it, like I said. Thank you, Bubba, for loaning me your Springfield Hellcat. I've been dying to get my hands on one. Now I've put over 50 rounds on target. I can at least say that I've done it. Plan on getting my own sometime soon. Maybe I'll look at the Hellcat Pro or something to give me a little bit more extension in the grip. But I'm pleased, and I would highly recommend 2 years later, anyone that wants a Springfield Hellcat, I can guarantee you it's a great choice. Ooh, Hellcat goes boom. Stay at the kennels for our final thoughts. Welcome back to the kennels for our final thoughts on the Hellcat from Springfield Armory. Well, it dang sure took me long enough to get my hands on one of these, but you know, I would say that it was worth it. I'm usually not a huge fan of micro-sized pistols, just because I got catcher mitts for hands. The only micro that I have found that actually fit my hands was the SIG X Macro. I would like to do a side-by-side comparison at some point, but I would say that the Hellcat is very comparable in size with the SIG P365 or the X Macro. I do have the X Macro here with me, so let's take a look at the size comparison. Let me see if we can get them up here a little better for you. Both of these guns have been spot checked. They're both clear. So thickness wise, okay, there is the X Macro being a little bit longer. They look to be both about 1 inch thick, I believe it was. So very comparable there. Of course, the X Macro, this, the P365 is shorter, the regular one. The X Macro does have a little bit longer slide just because of the compensator that's built on it. As far as your height wise, if you're looking at it here, that's your difference in height. Now, that's why I say I prefer the X Macro being here. You see the difference in the grip length. Just because of my hands are being so big, it fits me a little better. Not that the Hellcat does not fit me and fit me well, but it just, I don't know, it's just, I love to have the little more length in the grip there. But very comparable, and like I said, I know it's very comparable to a regular P365. The X Macro, I knew it was going to be a little bigger, but I would still like to get these out here on the range, do a comparison at some point. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this time we've had here with the Hellcat, and if you've stuck around up to this point in the video, thank you for being a part of this. If you have a Hellcat or have any experience with one, please let me know in the comments section of this video. I always love to hear what you guys have to say and see what y'all think of the firearm being reviewed in the videos. So please keep the comments pouring in. I read all your comments and I make sure I respond to them quick, fast, and in a hurry. Quicker than a hiccup. Spend time with your loved ones and those you care about. Time spent with them is always time well spent. May you live as long as you want, never want as long as you live. Shoot straight, shoot often, be safe, and God bless. And I'll see y'all right here next time on the Dog Pound. Springfield Armory. Hellcat. Bad little dude. Get a chance, check one out. If you haven't already. I'm only two years late to the party. But either way, we had fun. So, we gone.